Hey everybody, Melissa Elsner here from Clique Kits design team with a Cards with Melissa video that goes with the art studio blog post that I have over on the Clique Kits blog. Typically with these art studio posts, I find I'm usually gravitating towards mixed media or something with paint, and those are super fun to do, but I wanted to take it back to basics with this card. The card that I'm assembling right now is using our July Traveler's Notebook Kit, and that has a beautiful collection from Ashley Horton for Pretty Little Studio, and those papers are just they have some really cute designs on them. So anyway, like I said, I wanted to get back to basics and just think about the elements and principles of design. And so to begin with, here you'll see that I cut out that flower that was on one of the papers. And something that I usually like to do is fussy cut out some element. And now I'm just digging in all these papers to see what patterns are going to go well together. And one of those principles of design comes into the play here, and that's harmony and variety. I wanted to get some color in there, some variety of colors, but then I also want everything to go well together. And that can get kind of tricky when you're dealing with lines and different textures like that. So like the card below there it has a bunch of lines under the word hello, which creates a really cool rhythm. And then these other two strips of paper that have more lines going different directions and also some more color. So a tip that I wanted to share with you guys when combining all these elements is thinking about what papers have multiple colors, pairing it up and layering it with a calm color. So that bottom card there, though, that I'm taping on to the base right now, you'll notice that the lines below are all one color, and even it creates a really cool rhythm. I like the way that it carries my eye down the page there, and but you still need to work with it a little bit more because it's kind of plain and it needs just some more color, especially for my style. So right here I'm just kind of playing with some of the different embellishments that are in this card. That paper clip is from Bella Boulevard, and I thought maybe I'll snip it up and see how it looks at the top there to create some color, but I end up not using it because it just was too overwhelming, and the scale of it as well just did not go well with the other proportions of the card. And so I'm putting that blue down and kind of just pointing out, the contrast of the colors and how the lines work together. And then I'm adding this other strip here that's very bright and very colorful and pops off the page. And I like the gradation of elements that I have on this card that technically aren't really like a gradual effect as far as color or shape, but it definitely is just as far as it's the movement that I'm creating on this card to bring your eye to that flower, which I just love. So I cut it out, and I definitely wanted to keep with the theme of dimension that this card was already creating naturally. So I put some pop dots on there, and then I had to wiggle up those sides there just to give some more dimension and texture to the card and make that flower just really pop off the page. I did find as I was doing that it was very wobbly, so I added some more pop dots underneath there just to give it, make it more stable so it wasn't wobbling all over. And so I'm just adding those down, really liking how the muted colors in the back make that flower shine, and the word hello doesn't get lost either because it's black, and so the darker colors help it kind of stand its ground there. Now, just to add a little bit more interest to this and more dimension and more texture, I'm using my glossy accents and just adding some little shiny dots to the top there. Really subtle, really easy, and it really added a cool look to that. Now, that top part there that had a lot of negative space, wasn't digging it, still felt like it needed something, but it needed something really simple. So that little heart is going to work perfect. Also create some balance. This card here, you would say it's symmetrical with its balance. If you cut it in half vertically, it would be identical on both sides. And then I'm going to also add just a little glossy accents to that heart to tie in that little shine texture that I have in the flower. Now, when you look at the pictures here, I did feel like it needed more. So I actually ripped up that bottom part and added that blue piece of paper underneath to create a frame. And that really grounded the design, and I like the way it looked. So you can see just the little shiny dots there from the glossy accents, and that's the card. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you would like to grab one of these Traveler's Notebook kits as well for yourself, you can head over to the Clique Kits shop. You can see down below for all the links, and have a great day.